and there might be a revisionist kind of resolve to bringing women back to their placement of power and authority and just peace and balance.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah. See, that's what people don't understand about the matriarchy because they're so used to patriarchy. They think it's
Mm,
patriarchy with women in charge. Women don't rule like men,
mm,
that's right.
a lot
right?
different.
Like the most qualified person for the job fulfills the function until they can either find somebody better or train a replacement,
Hmm.
All right. That's
right?
right.
That's under the matriarchy. Under the patriarchy, just go to school for 4 years and we're gonna give you these letters and that make you qualified for the function. And you
Get a
batshit idiot about the job.
certificate. Yeah, get a certificate.
Okay. That's
Another
it.
thing about matriarchy too is the like family court. You don't go to family court under the matriarchy. My mama and your mama, my sisters and your sisters sit down and say, is he a good father? Is she a good mother? Which one of them would be better to take
Mm,
care of the child if the other one can't be in the picture with them?
Mm,
that's
I get chills
right.
when you say that. I get such chills. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole different energy.
Hmm. Yeah.
You don't take no child from no parent. That's
Oh,
retarded,
goodness, no. Mm-mm.
right? And then
No.
the whole narrative of the child support, most people don't know. It don't got nothing to do with the child. It got everything to do with who's going to get a yacht this year versus who's going to just get a vacation.
It's entrapment. It's a form of entrapment.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And it's to
So,
cause resentment between the males and females too. So it causes rift, and they want us to not
Mm-hmm.
be in sync with one another. So you create these systems that support the fragmentation of the brown man and woman bonding, the indigenous.
break up a family's period
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
because they don't discriminate who family they break up.
No, they don't. No. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, okay, now remember we were talking about the National Guard going into DC earlier?
Yeah, yeah.
And that I seen the clip today talking about that there's no homeless people under the bridge no more and it's all cleaned up. That's matriarchal orders.
Mm,
Every under the matriarchy, everybody gotta have a place to go to rest their head with shelter.
that's right.
Under the matriarchy, everybody gotta have an opportunity to be fed. You have no hunger,
Mm-mm.
right? And everybody gotta be able to have clean clothes on their back. Right? So those is three standards of living that's not hardwired into the constitutional system.
Hmm.
Because you got homelessness, you got starving people right here on the land. Then you got people that have nowhere to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So we used to have ceremonial villages. A ceremonial villages is for people that don't got nowhere else to go. But when you get there, it's going to be somebody that's going to give you some blankets, some
That's right.
clothes, and tell you
Yeah.
where to bathe at. Back then, we had tubs outside that we bathed in or we bathed in the river
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
the water wasn't poisoned yet,
No, it was clean. It ran
right?
clean.
Right. So they show you where the bathing spot was. They show you where the waste spot was. This way you go relieve yourself at. Give you the whole tour of the whole little community, how it's set up, where we eat at. If you want to eat with a particular family at their house, or if you want to eat at the communal cookout or whatever the case
Like you
may
see a guy come in town. It was an old 50s movie. And this brown guy came in town and the church woman came, hey baby, I got something for you. She brought him some stuff, showed him the people to talk to, and he felt safe. Like I don't know if it was like, you come into town, a new person, and they would always have, I love that. Like they would have people bring them in and just show them everything, and they have great hospitality.
look, when most of us was in the 60s marching with King and we went out of town, we didn't stay in no hotels. We couldn't afford that
That's
shit.
right. There was host houses. Yes. I used to see that in the
Yeah.
shows. Yeah. And people talk about
That's
them.
our culture. That's our culture.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
we used to have check-in chiefs. They didn't took it to a whole level and turned it into something it ain't supposed to be. But the check-in chief was supposed to tell you everything you need to know about what you need in this area and then appoint somebody to be your guide.
Hmm. They still do that in
Now
parts of
they
Africa. They still do that. They have the chief you meet on before you go in the village. And he's the one who kind of talks to you, feels you out a little bit, and then lets you know what's going on. That's interesting. Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
might tell you can't come in the village because your energy ain't right.
That's right. That's why you have to go through the chief first. I remember someone traveling through and they were like, we couldn't go in the village until we spoke to the chief first.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We'll take one more person because it's almost 11 o'clock. We'll take Mary Kay. She's been waiting since the last one of the night. Come on in. I like when you say chiefing with the chief. I like Rod does his thing. It's so cute. I love it. I came in one night. You were on. I was like, oh, snap. It was like late night. I
I
went
was
to
trying
bed.
to pull you up too.
I know. I went to sleep. I fell asleep because I was late. I was like, yo, he's chiefing with the chief. It was really sweet. I like it. Okay. Let me bring Mary Kay. I went fast asleep. I didn't even know I fell asleep. It's that
Yeah,
time of.
I was doing that one for celebrating my pop's birthday.
Oh, for real? That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
Come here, Mary Kay. Mary Kay. Mary Kay.
I like it. Okay, let me
She
bring
got,
Mary Kay.
she got
Mary Kay.
to turn her,
She got her TV on.
computer
Yeah.
down.
Mary Kay,
Can you hear
turn
me?
your computer off, hon.
I was doing that one.
Mary
She
Kay.
can mute it. She don't got to turn it off. She can mute it though.
Oh, for
Oh
real?
yeah, Mary Kay.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Turn off your computer. Turn off your sound.
Hey, do you hear me?
Yeah, but you got to turn off your sound off the YouTube.
Okay, hey, do you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, Mary Kay.
Sorry, you know what? I don't know why we got two things going on. Yes.
That's okay. There you go.
Okay. How's that?
That's perfect.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you, Flora. And hello, Chief. Good evening. I am just wanting to, I'm good. I wanted to ask you about a surgery that I had like a long time ago. And it just really affected kind of my whole life and stopped a lot of my progress. And so it affected my electrical system and it just kind of kept me in bondage. So I wanted to just ask you about that. And if you saw like maybe I was going to be able to come out of this and maybe how many lifetimes I've been in this kind of bondage, because I have a feeling that it's been several.
What was the surgery?
It was a spinal surgery. It's for a condition, but it was done on my spine.
So they do have a lot of technology coming out specifically to deal with spinal issues. That's going to be released. Then you're going to have the med bed, which, depending on how bad the situation is, can also serve to correct the original condition. But what was the side effects from it?
It's made like so that my nerves, they just don't, it's almost like I have kind of like, it would be like a paralysis, but internally. So it's just like I have some numbness and just dysfunction in the nerves and the way the nerves fire and the way the nerve routing goes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how long ago you say it was?
Oh, it was a long time. It was 1999.
It's a while ago.
So it's like 26 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What have you tried any supplements for the condition, like amino acids?
Yeah, I've tried a lot of different things, but I feel like the other, aside from the physical, I feel like it was done, like there was a purpose in them trying to hold me back and trying to hold back the feminine, or that there's some connection there with that too.
It's hard to say because they love destroying women's bodies so that they can't reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of their war standards that they use. Especially if they think she's going to produce a gifted child, they're more likely to disrupt her reproductive process.
Yeah,
but go ahead, sweetie. What you saying?
Oh, I said, luckily I was able to do that before I even had this.
Oh, wow, good.
So a lot of what you're describing is common side effects from spinal surgeries. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I had C3, C4, what they call it a hangman's break. And
okay.
So they had to go in through my neck, and I still have numbness all the way through my neck where they went through at. So it's common to have numbness and loss of sensation following, because they can't not damage a nerve. It's almost impossible when you're working directly with the nervous system to not do something that interferes with the processing of the nerve at one point of the operation to the other. Something's going to get interrupted.
Right. Okay. Okay.
I have a little suggestion. It's a little unorthodox, but with the spine, there's forms of magnetic therapy where you can use heavy magnets, or sometimes they're in different geometrical shapes, and place them at the base, and then sometimes ascending up the spine and descending. That sometimes helps to jumpstart the electrical system, kind of help to kind of energize. And your body naturally has its way of trying to mitigate when we have issues, whether it has to do with health internally or externally. The body's masterful. I mean, this technology that we've been given is the best, and that's why they're always trying to hijack it, because if they can't have it and get it, they try to disrupt it. So if you can do some magnetic therapy, it doesn't have to be orthodox or professionally done. If you can get geometrical shapes of and have someone, nicely while you're lying. If you can you lie flat? Is it uncomfortable for you to lie flat in your tummy?
Yeah, I can. That's no problem.
I'd ask that you do it, and this is going to be a little unorthodox. Hopefully there's no children in the room. Floorburn goes left a little times, okay? Because I'm a fan of clothing as a disruptor. So I always say, if you can safely, as a woman, find a space outside without clothing, disrobe yourself and do magnetic, because remember, the earth is also grounding. So the earth will also help to mitigate, because it naturally has harmonizing frequencies that will help along with the magnetic frequency. So if you can safely, with a friend, like safely somewhere, lie flat on the ground without clothing, derobed, and also before you do this, just take a bath in salt water, because salt water is also an energizer. Just rinse in salt water. You don't have to do it. Just rinse it off, because it'll help. And just lie flat on the ground and allow someone to place the magnets on your back. Like I said, ascending, maybe starting from the base of the spine, going upward, and then also leaving it there, kind of letting the energies and lying and closing your eyes, allowing the energy to do so, and then doing it with descending motion, meaning change the geometrical shapes of the magnets and put it on your back. And maybe be in that stance for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And also one other suggestion, because the trees are magnetic and really palatable for this. If you can stand or sit at the base of a tree, and again, clothing is a disruptor. So when you wear unnatural fibers like polyesters or things that are not linen or wool, or cottons, it really disrupts our magnetic frequency. We weren't meant to wear clothing. When colonizers came and they saw us as being so free and natural, but our body is the technology that works and can fix things. If you can sit at the base of a tree, if you can comfortably sit lotus and just put your back towards the tree and kind of like allow your spine to be aligned with the tree, that might help. The tree might give some of that baseline frequency to help align and fix, or not really fix, but maybe balance out your meridians that are causing like the disruptions in your spine energetically.
Okay. Where would I get those magnets?
I'm gonna find, because I saw this when I was abroad, so I'm gonna find the place where I have it, and what I'll do is I'll post it on on my channel and just look, okay? Because I remember seeing it when I was in Brazil. The Brazilians have wonderful ways of they love doing wonderful things like that. So when I find a place, and just if you can try it and let myself and Rod know how you're doing, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you both.
I hope you feel better. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chief.
And remember, clothing matters. Do not try to refrain from putting anything that is non-organic on your body.
Right.
Okay? That'll also help harmonize you. And linens also help. Sleeping at fresh linens, 100% like French linens at night. That helps to harmonize the meridians in the body as well.
Okay. Yep.
Okay?
Got it.
Feel better, okay?
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Same to you. Woohoo! We made it. Go Rod. Go Rod.
I forgot all about the magnets, and the tree is the most stable energy because they grounded and rooted.
Yeah. It works.
So
Like when I gave birth to my first daughter, I remember I was having really bad like lower back pain, and my trees used to talk to me telepathically. It was wild. Everybody thought I was going crazy. It's like the last stage of pregnancy. I was like, I can hear them. Hear them. So I remember going out, and I went out, and my favorite tree, I sat down and I put the base of my bum like on the base of the tree, and I just leaned back. And oh my God, my back pain went away. It was magical. And anytime I had that lower, because you know that lower, because especially when you're all off, like your meridians are off because you're like imbalanced. Every time I sat underneath the tree, it harmonized my meridians in my back. That's where I learned that from. And they actually have such a connection to the woman's body, to everybody's body, but especially women. So I feel like it's best to go to them for assistance, but the magnets will help too.
yeah, them trees are something else.
They're
I told
magical.
you, when I was in Florida, I had talked to a tree and he gave me a message and sent me to talk to the tree up here. It told me to touch the tree up here.
Yes, like a phone line. That's the best
Mm.
form of communication. They can't hear it
Look,
because they ain't
so
sharing the messages.
look, soon as I touched the big tree out in front of the house,
Hmm.
because like when I touched the tree in Florida, he told me this the big tree in front of your house.
Oh
Like,
my
how
God.
do you know that?
Oh, I love
So when I got back, I had forgot about it for about a week, right?
it. Mhm.
And then I heard the tree from Florida say, "You just ain't gonna do what I asked you to do." So I got up out of my bed,
Yeah.
went outside, put my feet. They be wanting to remind me to take my shoes off. I take my shoes off and step on the roots. And as soon as my two palms touched the tree, every tree in the neighborhood bust out laughing.
Oh my God. I loved it. I loved it. But this is
I was
how we
looking around like, what the?
Isn't that magical? And they have such a close relationship with us. Like it would be my goal to have it live in tree houses. You said that one time we never used to walk on the ground. You said we used to live on
It was
treetops.
different tribes. We had treetop tribes.
I think that's
They
awesome.
used to walk from they used to walk from New Orleans to Florida without coming out the treetops.
I love that. I love that. Could you imagine?
And
It's so
that's why all them lumberjack stories is really about chopping down the trees to get rid of the treetop tribes.
sad. Oh boy. It's so much has happened since then. But I want to thank Rod Hayes for coming on tonight, y'all. What? He was a wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much, Rod. And also, I want everyone to give some love to Rod. I put his Cash App and his PayPal in there. Make sure you show love. He comes on here. Shares such great information, really shares his time with us. Show some love to Rod Hayes so that he comes back on our channel again, please. You know what I'm saying? And Rod, are you doing anything soon? Is there anything you want anyone to know? Can you share like anywhere I know you do Chief, which I really like that
Yeah. So she did that like in the whole of the system, but she showed you the controlling players as the judges
Mm-hmm.
and gave them instructions and consequence of penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the grievance process is you can't write a grievance on something that can't be remedied.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The structure of the grievance has to state a clear call or action caused. Then you got to state a clear effect of that action. So if the grievance is because he punched me in the face, that's the action that caused the harm. I got a bloody nose. That's the harm that was caused. The remedy is I want to punch that mofo back in his nose till his nose bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you offered up the 3 key points of a grievance: cause, damage, and remedy.
Mm-hmm.
Once you do that, the grievance becomes self-activating.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we got about 15 minutes, Rod. We'll take questions from the crowd. Hey, y'all, if y'all want to show Brother Rod some love from the for the tape, we dropped his PayPal and Cash App in the links. If you got some questions concerning this tape, drop it in the chat. We'll put it on the screen so Chief can answer it. Man, this is the part. This is the part where they following. Also about them birth certificates, man. Them T-buns. See, that's the only way they was stealing the game, because they was using the birth certificates to sell the T-buns. But now them T-buns dissolving, even if people didn't go through the old way of claiming their stuff back, it's dissolving by the fraud, because they've been fraud so long. A fraud system can only go on for so long for the universe, the ultimate power of righteousness ended by default, without even the people, with the people agreeing to it mentally. See, once we all came to the awareness of mentally of what's happening to us and the fraud, it automatically goes away just by that default, just by us being aware of it. The universe automatically comes in and do something about it. Yeah,
that's absolutely correct, Albert. Yeah. Once you become aware of it, then you automatically start making deals with God on how to overcome it in your psyche and your subconscious. You're aware of it now, it's just brought it to the conscious, and you will automatically know what to do to act upon what your part is.
Right.
We already have military, you just didn't know it.
Crips, disciples. Hang, we got a whole army now. Crips, disciples, the Pyru, man, the list go on.
But it's more to it than this. So what he don't know, this also brings this to mind. Remember the white hats picked Trump to run for president after he got done trained on how to fire people. He became the liquidator in chief, right? So the military is actually because we've been under military control for almost 10 years now.